Hi, this is Jason Fielder with the Daily Forex Report for December 29th. Had a very interesting day today in the markets that kind of whipsawed around, moved higher and then lower or lower than higher depending on the pair that we're looking at. But interesting day nonetheless. Let's get started looking at the US-Japanese yen pair. I'm expecting this pair to move as high as 91.51, on the lower side 88.60.65. Now look for some resistance to pull in around 90.97 and look for support around 90.21. Now this pair, if you recall from yesterday, we were looking, this was an inside bar. This session was an inside bar. We were looking for a break here and basically looking for it to tag this lower point, which it did do. Now let's switch over to the Euro-USD pair. This particular pair, if you recall from yesterday, we were looking for a break below this session's low and basically looking for it to fill the gap, which it indeed did. Took a while. The market did push higher, much higher before it dropped and pushed lower, but that is indeed what happened. Now I'm looking for a range and resistance pretty much at the same level. Looking for resistance at 1.4126 and looking for support around 1.3821. Look for a range between those two as well. I think it's interesting to note that we have this hardcore support that's running at the lows of all of these sessions. Something that I'm personally looking for, if you're looking to trade this, take this session's low minus 1 pip and basically look for this session's high, and that's roughly 100 pips that I'm looking for. So if the market drops down, breaks this low right here, that's looking at about 1.3823, then looking for it to tag this high, moving down to 1.3723 for a 100 pip move. So that's what I'm looking for during this next session. Don't know if it'll happen, but that's definitely what I'm looking for. Now let's move on to the pound US dollar pair. This particular pair dove down today, breaking previous support. And let me adjust the chart here. What we're looking for during this next session is looking for our range, our resistance to be at 144.65 and looking for support to kick in around 143.50 area. This pair has been moving sideways. We did get a close below support, so this could trigger definitely a move to the downside that could sustain for several sessions. But moving into the new year, that's anyone's guess as to what will happen during that time. Now looking at the US Swiss, this particular pair also came down and tagged previous support, then pulled back pretty hard to close higher, or close lower for the session overall, but close much higher than its lows. Now I'm looking for this next session to be I'm looking for the session to move higher today, up to around the 1.0711 area. That's where the resistance should kick in. Looking for support in this area around 1.0406 if it goes down to that point. The fact that it tagged it and pulled back is fairly significant, although it did not close higher. Had it closed higher after tagging support to the downside and then pulling back, closing higher, we could definitely look for a reversal to the upside over the next couple of sessions. But I'm not quite sure or convinced, that that would actually occur. So it's something we're definitely going to have to keep an eye on. Now there's really no large news announcements coming out for this next session. Nothing too significant as we head into the new year. Well, that about wraps it up for today. Until tomorrow, this is Jason Fielder. Good trading.